I'm Japanese, and I've got a real issue with the whole dandadan fiasco. Yo, what's up everybody? Mr. E here once again. Alright, so this week has been kinda juicy. As you probably already know, there is this fan art that's going viral. Last I checked, the post has racked up a whopping 93 million views. 93 million views, wow. And it's still blowing up. And honestly, despite all the backlash it's getting, for me personally, the art itself isn't the biggest deal. I mean, sure, copying somebody else's work isn't great, but like, cool, do your thing, have fun. But the real issue is the vibe around it. People are out here claiming it's fixing anime because it adds blackness and black characters to the medium. Here's the thing though, fixing? Anime does not need a fixing, bro. It's already great the way it is. And honestly, these designs, they're barely different from the originals. It's like a straight up copy and paste. They just darken the skin and tweak the hair a little bit and call it a day. I mean, where's the originality? Where's the respect for the OG creators? But wait, it gets even crazier. The artist is actually charging people to blackwash characters. As you can see here, $15 for black edit. They're making money off this. Is this even allowed? When this came to light, many said it's incredibly disrespectful to the original creator, and I gotta agree. Profiting off somebody else's art to push this kind of blackness agenda feels wrong to a lot of people. Look, in a capitalistic society, I'm all for people hustling and making money. But this kind of feels shady, you know? Then there's this trend of people straight up denying that blackwashing is even a thing. Like, huh? There is one post where somebody took an iconic My Hero Academia design, created by its original artist by the way, and used it to make a political statement. And honestly, that's just not cool. You're messing with somebody else's hard work to push your own narrative that could actually harm the original creator's reputation. And that's not okay, man. But yo, not all reinterpretations are bad. Take that Brazilian Hatsune Miku fan art for example. She had darker skin and a unique cultural vibe. And guess what? Japanese fans absolutely loved it. Why? Because no one was out here saying, oh, we were fixing Hatsune Miku or trying to push an agenda. It was just somebody having fun, being creative, and showing love for the character in their own way. We could vibe with that because it came from a place of respect, not a place of trying to impose changes on our culture. Look, I've been in the West for almost a decade now. I get it, there's a totally different vibe when it comes to creativity, copyrights, and all those good stuff. But still, if what you're doing might hurt the original creators, like, come on, maybe think it over. And this isn't even the first time this kind of drama has happened. Remember when that Japanese artist got slammed for slightly lightening a character's skin? Remember that? People were acting like he hated black skin or something. He got called out. And in the end, he ended up making an apology statement and shutting down the comment section after receiving tons of hateful messages. That was just insane. So when people say blackwash doesn't exist, but whitewashing is an ultimate evil, it just feels very hypocritical to me and many Japanese people. We Japanese don't care about skin color. We just want to express characters in ways we think suit their roles. This whole whitewashing is bad, but blackwashing is a fine thing, it just comes off as a double standard, man. Where's the logic in that? I'm not even trying to be sarcastic or anything. Like, for real, educate me, because I genuinely don't get it. But I get where the frustration comes from. There's been a long history of underrepresentation of black people in the media overall. For years, black audiences didn't see characters who looked like them. And when they did, it was often in stereotypical or negative ways. That's not okay. And it's great that this is starting to change. Representation matters, I know that. It's important for everybody to feel seen and included in the stories that they love. Even Japanese people are often misrepresented in the Western media. So yeah, I totally get the frustration. And now that anime has gone mainstream in the West, it makes sense that the fans there want to see themselves reflected in it. Honestly, it's kinda cool. It shows how far anime has come as a global phenomenon. But here's the thing. The whole DEI movement, diversity, equity, and inclusion, is starting to reach Japan. Big companies and some creators are feeling pressure to add more diversity or tweak their storytelling to appeal to Western audiences. And while the intention might be good, the way it's being pushed to us, man, it can feel really off. When these changes are demanded so aggressively, it just puts everybody on edge. To a lot of us Japanese, it doesn't feel like constructive feedbacks. It just feels like somebody barging in and telling us we're doing our own culture wrong. It's kind of like somebody walking into your kitchen and saying, yo, you've been making this dish all wrong. Let me show you how it's done. Even if they mean well, it's frustrating and it makes you want to push back, right? And honestly, that's a tough pill to swallow. Even the most open-minded people can feel defensive about that. And speaking of contradictions, let's talk about the dandadan voice actor real quick. This guy used one of those viral images as his profile picture and then dropped some takes that honestly had me scratching my head. Every time there is a black actor cast in a role in fantasy where the source material version is a lighter skin, someone always has something to say about it. So tiring. It doesn't affect the character whatsoever, it's okay. On one hand, he said it's totally fine to cast a black actor for lighter skinned characters in fantasy. But then he turns around and says, the reason why people in most cases shouldn't be playing people of color isn't a matter of color, it's culture. Speaking for black people, we know what a barbershop sounds like on Sundays, what a hot comb shell smells like when it's going through our hair. It's not the color, it's the culture. What is he even saying here? Pick a lane, my guy. This kind of double standard is exactly why so many people are over it. It's exhausting to see these contradictory arguments pop up every single time Japan or anime is dragged into this kind of debate. What's funny to me is that the same people pushing for more black representation in anime are doing the exact opposite in their own spaces. If we feel too pressured, it's only natural to push back. I wouldn't be surprised if Japanese artists started feeling hesitating or even avoiding adding black characters out of fear they will be criticized for doing it wrong. And ironically, some of these same voices criticize corporations for adding woke content into Western or even Japanese media. But at its core, it feels like they're doing the same thing, demanding Japan include black representation in anime under the guise of fixing it or making it better. Here's the thing, these loud extreme voices online, they make Westerners and especially black individuals look bad to us Japanese. And that sucks because most Westerners and black people are good, chill, respectful folks, at least from my experience. But those aggressive voices, they set the tone and it creates unnecessary friction. You gotta remember, Japan is still a super homogeneous country. A lot of us aren't used to this level of cultural debate or activism. So when those voices come in hot, it's easy for people here to think that's how everybody from the West feels. And that's the thing, man. We are all for creativity and cool fan art, but don't frame it like you're fixing something that doesn't need a fixing. Japan's creators and fans, we just want to do what we want to do, so let us be, okay? So what do y'all think? Is this kind of representation actually helping or making it worse? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. And hey, if you're feeling this video, hit the like button and share and subscribe for more contents like this. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.